All right, so let's jump right into this. My name's Gilbert. Um, I developed this slideshow to knock down a couple barriers for a lot of people. A lot of people that either they don't have a job or they're searching for a job while they have their current job, and they feel like they're just sitting there waiting for the call because in our generation, usually it's click a button, submit your application, your resume, and that's it. Wait for the call. Once they see our application, we're coming in confident and ready to go. So the whole purpose of this video is to basically eliminate that whole idea. And by doing that, we're going to bring in the older generation and we're going to merge it with the new generation. Now, what I mean by that is back in the old generation, it was more of you had to show up. You had to ask for an application. A manager mostly 9 times out of 10 was gonna send you one or bring you one or something. I mean, you were gonna get that interaction with the manager and just that put a face to your application. Nowadays and age, all we gotta do is click and wait. You know, it's kind of taken away from that putting in that extra legwork. That you would have to go get the application. That's online. You click, done. So we're gonna merge both of those together today. Is what I want to do, or basically that's what the purpose of this video is for. Um, so we want to get you that initial interview, so you don't have to sit there and wait. And then we're not gonna rely on a callback or anything like that. Okay. So this PowerPoint is called Face the Application. All right. The purpose of this is getting the interview, bringing your resume to the front of the line, or if not, shining a light on it. Making a first impression on something you would have been waiting for a day or two, or maybe a week or a month. I mean, now you're getting to put a face to your application. Um, when you do so, I mean, this is just like a brief overview of what I'm actually going to get into. Ask questions. Involve yourself in these questions as if you already have the job. You know, how can I make a difference when I start? Things like that. Like, how soon can I start? Like, make sure you are putting yourself a part of the company because that only means that you want to be there even more. Uh, when you get there, I mean, talk to people. A lot of people, when they see new people, especially in like customer service, serving, hosties, they talk to people. They don't mind talking to you really, or they're going to talk to you as if you're, a guest there, someone that's going to be purchasing something, but all you want is employment. But how do you know if you would gel with these people or not? Get to know a lot of people there. I mean, you don't have to walk around just stopping people from their day-to-day job, but I mean, talk to somebody, and then ask for a manager or something like that. Application. I mean, the person you're going to ask is probably not going to be a manager right away, but they're probably going to go get a manager for you. So you might as well, chit chat with that person. Once whatever happens and you leave, they might say something. The manager might ask them, was that person, like, if you're going to go to be a server, was that person, how long were they here, or did they talk to you? Were they engaging? Things like that. So that's like a little bit to caveat of just briefing this whole thing right now. So I'm going to jump right into it. This is how it all starts, right? You need a job, right? Or you're searching for a better job. Please hire me. This is basically what's happening here. That's all you're thinking is hire me. You got all these other people that also submitted applications standing all around you, but you feel like you're the only one holding this sign up, hire me. But everybody else, in their personal way, are also holding that same sign up. So how are you going to separate yourself from everybody else? Because everybody else, I'm guarantee you, they probably did the click of a button as well. Now they're all waiting, hire me. I'm sitting here waiting for you to call me to come in for an interview. And, you might think that, well, I'm very experienced, I'm skilled, soon enough, or just, I even got school. I got a bachelor's, associate's, a master's. I got all this. And yet, you haven't seen my hire me sign. I'm right here. I applied. And not to say that the next person next to you, to your left or your right, ain't even better or worse than you are for the position. But see, that's the part about we're gonna bring your resume and your application to the front. I mean, you're surrounded by everybody else applying for the same position. You just can't see them. You know. See, what I'm hoping to do is, to change that idea of getting hired. To boost your stock and become a lottery pick. I mean, it won't hurt you. You already don't have the job, so why not go out and get it? Be hungry. Don't sit there and wait. And there's nothing wrong with people that sit there and wait, but while you're waiting, somebody else might be out there doing this same thing, and next thing you know, that job posting is taken down while you were sitting there waiting for a phone call. You can't ruin something you never had. I mean, you don't have the job, so there should be no reason for you to feel scared or making an effort to go get it. I mean, yeah, in our day and age, clicking a button, that's effort. I mean, back in the day, the effort was going actually to get how to get there and then ask for the application. That was the effort. So now, you're not ruining anything. You're not ruining anything. So it's like a lottery. I mean, you buy a ticket hoping to win. And so the more tickets you buy, the better your chances of winning. So think of it like this. You buy your first lottery ticket, consider that was like you searching for the job. I mean, you went out, you bought that lottery ticket, you went out, you clicked that button for a bunch of different jobs that you know you're highly qualified for. And then you're like, man, all right, I'm here. I'm searching for a job. I found a few jobs. You go out to buy that second lottery ticket. So you giving yourself more chances to win. Now you applied. Some things like on Indeed and Monster, they tell you how many people apply, but guess what? Now you're not the only one that got 2 lottery tickets. So you go purchase another lottery. Now you got 3. Now you're even better than most people. And that's the whole purpose of this, putting a face to your application. That's what we're going to get at. So now that you are in a better standing of actually getting a job, or basically winning the lottery in a sense, if you know what I'm saying. And that brings me to my, 4th ticket. You go out and buy another ticket. Now you got 4 tickets. Now you're boosting your stock and you're moving to the front of the line. And basically bettering your chances to hit the lottery is what you're doing. I mean, you want to be that lottery pick, but you're going to sit there and wait with everyone else. No, you got to go out there and get it. You got to purchase more and more lottery tickets. You got to purchase more and more chances in order to win. And that's basically what you're doing. By getting up and getting out there, is what you are doing is purchasing a better life for yourself. Worrying is a down payment on a problem you may never have. Don't worry about what's going on with waiting for a job. Oh, I might not get it. Oh, why haven't they called me yet? Stop worrying. They might call you. You might need some time, but why wait? This quote could be used for something different, but this is why wait? While you're waiting, you're worrying. But if you know you got out there and you gave everything you could do, you'd be a lot prouder if you just didn't get the job by waiting, So let's move on. Bring your resume to the front of the line. It's a chase across that finish line because everybody else is dressed just like you. Their resume stands out just like yours. But yet all y'all are racing, to get to that finish line, basically to get the job or get that call, So here's a trick I think that can help, people today in an employment market, because someone's hiring, but you don't want to be hired by just anybody. You want to be hired by the right person, the right company. But also on the flip side, the right company wants to hire the right person for the right company, So this is how to make yourself stand out, be more noticeable, because now in our day and age, we just click and wait, This is basically like your second lottery ticket right here, helping your chances to win. This is exactly what all employers see when you submit your application and everybody else submitting their application. This is basically it. It's just a bunch of papers with no confidence, no personality, no judgment of character. Like, they can't judge you or any. That's all they see is pieces of paper. So everyone looks just like this photo to an employer. Who is this person? Who is this Gilbert McLean if they just only saw my resume? Who is this person if they only saw your application? They want to be able to like see you, but they can't. They got to call you and set up an interview and basically get you in there. But you can do one step better. That's what we're going to get at here. So I'll show you how to reveal yourself to your employers, combining the old and the new generation. So like I said, you literally, you want this job. You got this job. You got the drive for this job. You're hungry for this job. But guess what? Just like that last photo or that last slide, that's all they see. They don't see that hunger. They don't see that want. Other than you clicking or you submitting something, they don't see it. You want them to go. You want to see it. You want to hop in your car and take that drive. To your future. And make sure you're dressed for success. I mean, just don't show up like you just hopped up and was like, man, I just saw this video. Let's go. I'm about to go get a job. Nah, you gotta dress as if you were the owner, dress like you the man, the woman. Just dress. I like to say dress to impress. That's just so that people look at you and be like, well, that person is well put together right there, the way they dressed up. You ain't gotta impress nobody. You have to look the part, be professional. So always make sure you got a good haircut. You dress well, top to bottom, clean shaved, and everything else that applies to a woman on the other side of that. Just make sure you dress for success. And there's no need to be nervous, by doing this. This is your third lottery ticket. I mean, you are giving yourself an even greater chance than someone else who's just still sitting there and just waiting for the phone to ring. This all you're doing. Bam, you done got to your dream job. You already submitted the application. Why, I'm here now. I took this drive. I put forth the effort in order to make sure they get to see who I am. This is where we're at. You at the dream job. I don't know why I use Google, but that was the first photo that popped up for dream job for me on my Google search. So, I mean, get inside, and be sure that you know your job. Like, just don't show up on a Friday or Saturday night at a place where you're trying to become a server and everybody's going to be busy. You cannot expect a manager the whole point is for a manager to not even look at your resume just yet, but know that you want to be there. And maybe you might get an interview on the spot. Be prepared for that. I mean, that's the dream right there, interview on the spot. But what you want to really do is put a face to your application. That's all you want to do. But if given the chance, be ready for that. You're making an unannounced first impression. They want to see that. That really shows someone like, hey, well, I wasn't expecting anyone to show up right now, but you were here. Wow me. Make that good impression. Show me that I don't have to go back there and sort through 5-6 stacks of resumes and applications. The person I want to hire is right here, and they're here right now, ready to go. So basically, that's what you're doing. So it's what we want to accomplish here is, to get a manager or a supervisor to come talk to you. So when you go in there, ask for an application, like I said, they might come and get somebody to come see you, like a manager or a supervisor or somebody like a shift leader or something like that. And then, they might want to have to sit down with you. That brings the old generation approach back, having to actually show up, ask for an application. Now, if you submitted the application, I'm saying if you show up and you submitted the application already, ask for a manager when you get there. Manager's probably going to walk up and wonder what you're doing there, but they're there. Hey, how can I help you? Well, I just want to put a face to my application. I just submitted an application earlier, and I just wanted to be able to walk in and see the place and see what I want to do. That shows that You're not scared to jump out of your like a comfort zone that a lot of people are scared to do. You basically submitted an application. You couldn't wait. You actually wanted to go there and show your face so that they're able to judge you. They're able to see that you are what your application says you are. You know, that's basically what's happening. And in the old generation, like I said, or just say you didn't submit the application, but you went in there and get the application. Bam. You're doing a lot better than a lot of other people. But this mainly is just for the person that submitted the application online, just in case anybody was wondering. So you've done that. You've showed and took that initial step to say, hey, I'm gonna show my face without an interview. Hopefully this lands me an even bigger or better interview, you know, because your dream would be to not have to wait for an interview and just be there already. And oh, hey, let's go take a seat right here. You mind if you got 5 minutes so I can discuss something with you and talk with you, get to know you, things like that. That'd be the dream, and with that, I could end the presentation right there. Like, if you just did all that, you get the job, bam, we're done. But let's just, let's be more realistic, because I just want the people that don't have that luck. It's not really luck, but like something that's not gonna land for everybody in that sense. Like 9 times out of 10, it's probably not gonna happen. But if it does, better luck to you. So I mean, just talking with a supervisor or a manager is boosting your stock. It's not an interview, but it's basically like passing a test. You'll be at the top of the application. Literally, you will be at the top of your application. For some people, if you don't understand this, be the first to reach out your hand when a manager or a supervisor comes and talks or asks you something. Introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Gilbert. As you're extending your hand out first, it just shows the level of respect, as in, I know you are higher. Like, I'm in the military, so it's one of the, a lieutenant doesn't salute me, I salute a lieutenant. And I don't stop saluting a lieutenant until a lieutenant stops. Things like that. That's basically what you're doing. You're coming in under this person, so you shake their hand. You be the first to extend your hand out and introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Gilbert. I came here to just basically put a face to my application. I just submitted an application 5, 10, 20 an hour, 3 hours ago, and I just wanted to come show my face. Hopefully just get a feel for the place, maybe talk to somebody, see if the position's wanting to be filled. What can I do if I was to get the job? Where can I make the biggest impact on this job? Things like involving myself already in it, sort of pushing them to be like, all right, let's go have a seat, or I'll give you a few details. We're still sorting through a couple things. You're basically showing them that you want to be there. You put in that extra legwork. They didn't have to go up and call you. You're there. Now, like I said, it's not going to be that they're going to sit down and have an interview with you. Now they might say, yes, let's just have an interview right now. We got some time. Or you might go home and basically, while they're sorting through stacks of paper, guess what? Guess who has a face on their application? You do. Guess who triggers a light bulb in their head? You do, on that application when they see your name. Oh, I remember talking to Gilbert. Oh, look at this. This is Gilbert's resume. Bam. You know what? Let me stop right here. Let me look through what he had going on with all his past experience and things like that. So I mean, like I said, ask questions. So this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna go back and they're gonna see this picture. They're gonna see all those applications, like I said before. You involve, like I said, involve yourself in conversation. When I make where can I make the most impact? Show them that you really want to be there. And then now your face is on the application. So now this is basically what you just did. You just made your mark. And I know it says MDE, so please, I'll fix it, but it won't be on another video. You just made your resume rise, You raise your resume, literally. And with doing that now, your resume will move forward. If given the right credentials and everything on your resume, it will move forward faster than maybe a lot of other resumes, only because this is what they see now, and the rest of the resumes are just question marks because they don't know who that person is. And they'll still, or they might just still view resumes, but guess who will shine? You will shine. Looking through them, just okay, all right, Mark, okay, Steve, okay, Gilbert, oh yeah, that guy just came in here not too long ago. Bam, look at that. You literally are putting a stamp right there saying, well, I was here. I was here. I was already here. I haven't got the interview yet. You haven't seen my resume yet, but I was here, showing you that I'm ready to go right now, today. Just let me know when, you know. And that's because, they can put a face to it. The introduction, if your first unannounced impression was so good, you basically are winning them over before they see your resume. Even though you might have an outstanding resume, you win them over before that, because that's how confident you are. That shows how confident I'm here. I'm here and I'm ready to do it. That's basically what's happening. So, bam, you got the job. I'm serious that this will work. Honestly, this will work. If you bring our generation to the old generation, the old generation to the new generation together, this will work. You will get the job. And if not, they might think you're better somewhere else, somewhere more fitting that you probably didn't even see or didn't know, because of your confidence. Because there's going to be a lot of people to choose from. So why not be the first person they see initially, instead of having to sort through paperwork? No one wants to have to sort through, piles, like I said before. No one has to do that. So if you do all of that, you put in the legwork, you show up, and you get it done, make a good impression, your resume will just be something they can follow on. If your supervisor has a manager, it's like, oh yeah, I saw that guy. Yeah, I already spoke with him. He's good. Or I saw that girl. This woman. She's amazing. I mean, like, she's very open. She's very energetic. She's very friendly. She's very sociable. He's confident. He's ready to go. So you added more to your resume. You literally have pumped your resume up, and that's what this was for. This is basically what I wanted to do for anyone that is looking to get a job and that's doing something and they just didn't get up and get out and go get it, but they said all day, man, I applied for 10 jobs and let's see what happens. I got the credentials. No, I'm gonna need you to get up, go out, and do it as well. Get out there, put your face out there. Basically is what I want you to do. Put your face out there. So let's recap. This is what I'm trying to do right here. You see my friend, the little fish, Steve? Basically, Steve is trying to separate everyone else, or basically separate himself from everyone else, because he wants the job. Steve don't want to be alone, which kind of seems like what's happening. But Steve is basically taking himself from what everyone is doing, going to do his own thing. He's going to take this approach. Steve's basically saying, hey, I done clicked already. I done submitted already. Let me go and put my face to his application, because I don't want to be here standing in line with these guys who are just waiting to be called. I'm not going to wait to be called. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to jump out there and I'm going to go get it. I'm hungry. That's basically this is what we're trying to do here. You're getting your resume to the front. You're making sure that you get as many lottery tickets, as many things that you can do to build and boost your resume. Because putting a face to your application is the only way I feel that you can boost your resume. You have a great resume. Now put a face to it, because it's just better. It's a lot better for you to put a face to your application unannounced than waiting for them to say, hey, look, we liked your resume. We want you to come in for an interview. You had to wait for that. You could have went out and got that. And if they weren't going to call you anyway until 3 days later, guess what you just did? You boosted your resume stock. They were going to call you in 3 days, but now when they call you, you're looking even better now, because they know how bad you want it. That's basically what this whole thing is. Make sure you ask questions. Involve yourself when you're there. Just make yourself more of somebody that's already wearing their clothing, or whatever it is. If you're a server at Chili's, make them feel like, oh, do the shirts run in medium? Do they run in small? Do they run in extra large? Whatever. involve yourself in things like this, and I'm guarantee you, I promise you, you are boosting your resume. And if not, just say you do not get hired. Guess what you just did? You just basically stepped out of your comfort zone and showed yourself that you could do something like that. And if you did apply to 10 jobs that day, guess what? You got 9 more to show up to. You showed up to one, you got 9 more to go. You got to be hungry, you know. I posted this on Facebook not too long ago, and, you know, it says, let's say a 200-pound lion that hasn't eaten in a week meets up with a 500-pound lion that ate several hours ago. You know, which lion do you believe will have the most fight in them? And then when I looked at it, I'm like, come on now, this lion and this lion, dude look like a beast. He is definitely, he ain't having it. But then it says, obviously, it's the smaller lion because it's hungry. You need to be hungry. Like, you need to be hungry for success. It's like the same concept. You need to be hungry for success. You need to be hungry to achieve your goals. You find that hunger, you'll find the success. And it's just that simple. You got to want it. I say that a lot when I'm playing basketball or I'm doing things. You got to want it. You got to, you need it. Okay, then you got to want it. You got to really want to be there. You got to put pride in what you do, you know. There's a lot that you can learn from just things like this. I'm just trying to teach. This is my first video, so I'm hoping that I'll make bigger and better videos than this. But this is that first one that should help a lot of people get that initial interview, if not land that job that they are waiting around for, because it's not going to be around for long, and we got a lot of people applying for a lot of jobs and a lot of people with a lot of experience and skill and education. But guarantee you, by putting yourself out there and submitting that application and then putting a face to the application, is a guarantee that you will move forward in that process of the application, the interview, you get the job. You will move faster, you'll move ahead, you'll be doing a lot better than a lot of other people that are also out there doing this. And guess what? If someone's out there doing the same thing that I'm preaching right now, kudos. You know, you are doing the right thing, because we don't need to be sitting down waiting for a call. We need to go out and get that. We need to go out and get that call. You want the call? Go get the call. Don't wait. You can wait if you want, but somebody else is probably out there trying to get that call, making that first impression, that unannounced impression on someone, so that they guarantee that they get the job. Because you're not doing all you can do by sitting there. So go out there and get it. And I think anybody that watches this video, it's just something that was been on my mind for a while. I wanted to basically see if I had it in me to even do this video. Now I just stepped out of my comfort zone, you know, to help out a lot of other people. And yeah, I mean, I just got a new job, so this new job basically opened up this presentation that I wanted to give out to everybody, because I noticed the one job that I actually went to and I just submitted that application, I got that job. And I feel like that's a need for anyone else. I'm not trying to say, you know, I'm better than anybody. I'm just trying to say, hey, submit the application and go get it. Go get it. If you're hungry, go get it. Don't wait. Get out there and get it. Thank you.